These two pocket holes will help to lock all of this down to our main base. All right, so this is all the parts that we have so far. Let's start putting this thing together. So to start this out, you'll be needing one of your loft sidewalls and then one of our shed sidewalls. So as far as putting all of this together, I'm going to be using some exterior wood glue. And personally, I'm going to be using crown staples. You can also use brad nails. I've built with brad nails for years and years. So I've recently started using crown staples and I really like them. But regardless of what fastener that you're going to be using, let's go and attach our front and backs to the shed sidewalls. Bottle booger. Bottle booger. And if you have issues with bottle boogers because you can't find your cap or always forget to put it back on, use this super expensive tool. A screw. Screw it in to your bottle booger and wiggle it out. We'll attach the short side of our front and back to the outside edge of our sidewalls. Okay, so now that we have our two sheds put together here, let's go and attach these to our loft sidewalls. The first thing that we're going to do is to make sure that our pocket holes are facing down. Then we'll just add some wood glue to the edges and we'll make sure that we're centered up. Go ahead and add some crown staples or brad nails from the back. An easy way to find this, if you have a sliding ruler, is to just measure your overhang and then transfer that to the back using it as a guide. This thing's looking awesome. Then we'll just do that for the opposite side and we're ready to move on. Okay, so now that we have our two shed sides put together, let's go and attach these to our base. So I'm going to start by installing my left side. I'm just going to put some wood glue around the bottom and I'm going to space this 1/2 of an inch from the left side edge and 1/2 of an inch from the back edge. I'm going to lock it down with pocket hole screws. I'm going to line mine up with the back of the base, but that's completely up to you. Then to add the right side, I'm going to use my front board to find the spacing. I'm just going to line it up so that it covers the edge of the left side, and this will show me exactly where I need to place the right side. And if you're thinking that it's looking kind of odd, don't worry, it does not go there. We're just using it as a guide. And now let's go ahead and install our front and back. And to do this, we're just going to align our top corner of our front with the top corner of our sideboards. And now this, it's starting to look like a barn. So the next thing that we're going to do is to install a loft floor. You need to make a board that is 7 inches by 9 inches. If you're using fence pickets, you'll join two together. You'll simply slide it in between your front and back and then nail it into place. And now with all of that put together, let's start on the roof. For our shed roofs, we'll be needing two 4-inch by 9-inch boards. And then for our loft roof, we'll be needing two boards that are 5-inch by 11-inch, one that is 1 3/4 by 11-inch, and another one that is 1 1/4 by 11-inch. And one last thing that I'm going to do to my 4x9 boards is to add an angle on the top where it meets the barn. Let's knock this out on the table saw. So to do this, we'll simply set our table saw blade to 27 degrees, and then we'll just trim off our outside edge. Okay, so now that I have all my roof parts cut, and this is at 27-degree angle here, this is the look that I was going for. See how it fits nice along the wall? But next we need to figure out how we're going to design these roof parts up. So there's several different ways that you can do this. Now I've done like a wooden shingle look in the past and it looks really good. One of the things that I don't see a lot of is wooden tops with a metal looking roof. I grew up playing in barns. Whenever I was a teenager, I actually had a business taking down barns. So I've seen a lot of these. Metal roofs on barns like this are super nostalgic. Now obviously if you have some access to some old metal, use that. But we're going to pretend that you don't. So let's try to recreate that look out of wood.